Hi, I'm Brett Larkin, and today we're going to take a look at some things you can do with a foam roller. If you don't have a foam roller, I highly suggest getting one because they're great. And what we're actually going to look at today are just some passive stretches that you can do even when you're watching TV or just chilling out at home. And it's really effective because a lot of times muscles take a long time to open up. So any time that we're just watching TV or hanging out at home and we can also be passively stretching is a really excellent thing. So I thought I'd start by just showing some of my favorite things to do with the foam roller. And one of them is pretty easy. I just lie the foam roller. I sit on the very tippy edge, and then I lie myself back, one vertebra at a time. And then I take my arms out into a cactus shape, so like a T or a goalpost. And from here, I just take a couple deep breaths and let my collarbones widen and let my elbows sink down to either side. It feels really good. It's just a really nice way to broaden across the chest at the end of the night. And if you want to get really fancy, something I also sometimes do is I do this against a wall, so as if a wall was right here, and then I put my legs up against the wall for stability, and then I still hang with my arm in the goalpost shape. So that's another option. Having your feet on the ground is okay too. And then from here, I like to feel just kind of go up, like have my palms touch on sort of a diamond above my head, and then lower the elbows back down, sort of towards my side ribs. And I just pause to find anywhere juicy that feels good. In this same shape, aside from broadening across the front of the chest and letting your elbows sort of work towards hitting the floor, another thing you can do is just lean slightly over to, in this case, the right. So I'm sort of stretching the left side of my spine. So I'm not on the spine anymore, which you don't want to stay on for too long. And I'm more off to the right, and so accessing like the left plane of the back body. This feels really good on the upper left trap. So sometimes I just hang out here for a little while. You can have your hand on the floor, or just use the elbow to prop you up. And then you can shift to the other side. So sort of leaning the hips and walking the feet a little bit to the left and accessing the right back body and the right upper trap. And just sinking in. Nice. Another fun thing to do in the center, if you come back to center, is to just make like big circles with the arms as if you were making a snow angel. And just work through any kinks in the back. And you can do this in T-shape arms or with arms long. It's really nice. And then you can also do this front to back, which can feel really good. And I also often do the front to back when I'm off to one side. So I really feel it pressing into that, either in this case, the left upper trapezius, or if I shift this way, the right upper trapezius. Feels really nice. Another thing I like to do with the foam roller, which is another passive stretch, is just to place it under my thighs. And to make this really passive and yummy, I don't have my bolster with me today, but basically I just place the foam roller under my thighs, and then I put a bolster or a big pillow, like right here. So for now I'll just be up on my elbows, but you can make this completely passive by having like a bolster or a big pillow right here that you can just lie on. And then you just lie here and you just kind of roll through your thighs. And this feels really good. And I like to just pause and hang out somewhere and let the foam roller press into my thighs and let my thighs sink into the foam roller. And something I do here a lot actually is I take like a yoga block and I prop a little book right here. So I can actually read as I'm just chilling out doing this. Or you can prop your laptop up and watch some TV shows. Because honestly, a lot of these larger muscle groups, they take a really long time to relax and unwind. So the more we can do it, even if we're kind of doing something else, even if we're also reading or watching TV, it's going to be a benefit. And then here I usually hang out for a while in each spot. reading or watching TV. And again, I usually have a huge pillow underneath me, so I'm literally just chilling. But then in the end, I always kind of like to roll through the whole thigh, just to sort of feel through. Nice. Another thing I like to do with the foam roller, or that you can do, is just sit and relax one hip into it. So I see a lot of people do this at the gym, and they kind of crawl forward and get the whole IT band stretch. I've never been able to do that. I find that I'm like struggling on my wrists and I just don't feel stable. And when I don't feel stable, sometimes that tweaks my low back. So that's just never been something that I do. Although if you have the balance and coordination to do it, I applaud you. But something I do is just hang out on the hip. So you can have both legs long, or even I really like to just be stable in these poses so I can just sink into the roller and really let go. So for example, here I'm doing the left hip and I have the left leg long, but the right leg in front. And I just kind of sink in. Take a couple deep breaths. And then from here, I use my elbow in the ground just to really let it sink in. And then I just do some micro movements, and it's nice because I have the leverage of the right foot helping me out. And again, like the longer you stay here, I feel is better than some quick, like up and down the IT band movement. And then of course doing this on the other side, which I won't show because this is just a quick video. Or actually I can't show it, it just looks like this. So you'll just be here and you can kind of find that spot. And then again, I always like stability. I usually stay up and then down on the elbow. And really just making like rocking motions, like you're cradling or rocking the body. I say in yoga classes that I've heard from one of my teachers is actually, it's like, what's the body saying to you? What are the hips saying to you? And answering with the breath. And just treating the body gently, making really small micro movements is just telling your muscles and your whole system that you care and that you're aware. And as always, we're just looking for softness in any of these exercises. So just, if you do find stillness, really breathing deeply into the hip, the right one in this case. Nice. So, pretty easy, but those are some just quick, easy things you can do with the foam roller. And even in the T-shaped one where you're lying on the foam roller, I often prop my laptop up on a block nearby, watch a TV show, hang out, play around with my arms, feeling up, feeling down, moving them up and back, tons of variations. There's no really wrong way to do the foam roller. You just don't want to be on your actual spine for too long. But wonderful way to passively stretch, such a great gift to all of us. If you don't have one, in my product section and also on my Pinterest, I recommend where you can get one that I really like. So, namaste.